Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Finding Hope Through Faith. I am Daniel. Today we are out of Deuteronomy into Joshua, so that one's going to be the next book. And it seems to be a smaller one. Maybe, I don't know. We're going to find out together, and then we're going to end up with some Enoch. I don't know what that was. I hit the wrong button. Anyway, so yeah, last time we were together, Moses died. It was the end of his life, but he instilled all of the rules, regulations into the people before they went over Jordan to take the land that was promised to them, promised to their forefathers by God. And so I guess we're going to pick up where we left off. Anyway, thanks for coming to see me. Let's get to it. After Moses, the servant of the Lord, had died, the Lord said to Moses, "Aid Joshua, son of Nun. My servant Moses is dead. So prepare to cross the Jordan here with all the people into the land I will give the Israelites. As I promised Moses, I will deliver to you every place where you set foot. Your domain is to be all of the land of the Hittites, from the desert and from Lebanon east to the great river Euphrates and west to the great sea. No one could withstand you while you live. I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will not leave you or forsake you. Be firm and steadfast, so that you may give this people possession of the land which I swore to their fathers I would give them. Above all, be firm and steadfast, taking care to observe the entire law which my servant Moses enjoined on you. Do not swerve from it, either to the right or to the left, that you may succeed wherever you go. Keep this book of the law on your lips. Recite it by day and by night, that you may observe it carefully, all that is written in it. Then you will successfully attain your goal. I command you, be firm and steadfast. Do not fear nor dismay. Be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." So Joshua instruct the people, "Prepare your provisions for 3 days from now. You shall cross the Jordan here, to march in and take possession of the land which the Lord your God has given you." Joshua reminded the Reubenites, the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh, "Remember that Moses, the servant of God, commanded you that he said, 'The Lord your God will permit you to settle in this land. Your wives, your children, and your livestock shall remain in the land Moses gave you here beyond the Jordan. All but the warriors among you must cross over armed ahead of your kinsmen, and you must help them until the Lord has settled your kinsmen, and they, like you, possess the land which the Lord your God is giving them. Afterward you may return and occupy your own land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, has given you east of the Jordan." "We will do all you have commanded us," they answered Joshua, "and we will go wherever you send us. We will obey you as completely as we obeyed Moses. But may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. If anyone rebels against your orders and does not obey every command you give him, he shall be put to death. But be firm and steadfast." So I'm going to stop here, and then I want to pose a question out there for the people that tune in or watch or whatever. Was Moses allowed to go to heaven even though he defied God? Was his punishment not going to the land which he was promised because he defied God? Was he still able to go into the ultimate reward, which is heaven? Or was he bound? He's doomed to all eternity, but he was God's servant. So I feel like he would go be in God's graces. Even though he disobeyed him, it seems like he paid his price with his life, but not his soul. But as far as Moses, even though Moses disobeyed God, he still carried on God's mission. He still did what the God asked of him. He still did everything, told all the statutes and all the laws and everything, all of the things. Still led his people. I feel like he did, but you never know. All right, Joshua chapter 2. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly set out 2 spies from, I don't know, Shittim? I don't know. It doesn't look like that, but we're going to move on. Saying, go reconnoiter the land and Jericho. When the 2 reached Jericho, they went into a house of a harlot named Rahab, where they lodged. But a report was brought to the king of Jericho that some Israelites had come there that night to spy out the land. How did they know? Like, who's snitching on the Israelites, right? Because how did they know there's a spy? So there's a spy in there, right? Spy in this land. Either there's a spy that was watching them or a spy in the midst of the Israelites. So whichever it is, we're going to figure it out. So the king of Jericho sent Rahab to the order, put out the visitors who have entered your house, for they have come to spy out the entire land. The woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them. So she said, true, the man you speak of came to me, but I did not know where they came from. Excuse me. At dark, when it was time for the gate to be shut, they left, and I do not know where they went. You will have to pursue them immediately to overtake them. Now, she had led them to the roof and hidden them among her stalks of flax spread out there. But the pursuers set out along the way, the fords of Jordan, and once they left, the gate was shut. Before the 5 spies fell asleep, she, which is the harlot, came to them on the roof and said, I know that the Lord has given you the land, that a dread of you has come upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land are overcome with fear of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the waters of the Red Sea before you when you came out of Egypt, and how you dealt with Sihon and Og, the 2 kings of the Amorites, beyond the Jordan, whom you doomed to destruction. And at these reports we are disheartened. Everyone is discouraged because of you, since the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on earth below. Now then, swear to me by the Lord that since I am showing kindness to you, you in turn will show kindness to my family, and give me an unmistakable token, that you are to spare my father and mother, brothers and sisters, and all their kin, and save us from death. We pledge our lives for yours. The men answered her, and if you do not betray this errand of ours, we will be faithful in showing kindness to you when the Lord gives us the land. Then she let them down through the window with a rope, for she lived in a house built into the city wall. Go up into the hill country, she suggested to them, that your pursuers may not find you. Hide there for 3 days until they return. Then you may proceed on your way. The man answered her, this is how we will fulfill the oath you have made us take. When we come into the land, tie this scarlet cord in the window through which you are letting us down, and gather your father and mother, your brothers, and all of your family into your house. Should any of them pass outside the doors of your house, he will be responsible for his own death, and we shall be guiltless. But we shall be responsible if anyone in the house with you is harmed. If, however, you betray this errand of ours, we shall be quit of the oath you have made us take. Let it be as you say, she replied, and bade them farewell. When they were gone, she tied the scarlet cord in the window. They went into the hills, where they stayed 3 days until their pursuers had sought them all the road without finding them, returned. The 2 came back down from the hills, crossed the Jordan to Joshua, son of Nun, and reported all that had befallen them. They assured Joshua, "The Lord has delivered all this land into our power. Indeed, all the inhabitants of the land are overcome with fear of us." That's powerful. Word spreads fast. But she'd made a good choice, I feel like. I feel like she's made a good choice. Like, I'm with you. I'm with you. Just make sure that we're good. I will follow you, whatever you need. Hopefully, she doesn't stab them in the back. Because, people be doing crazy stuff. Now let's get into some Enoch. Enoch. All right. So we're in Enoch, book 1, chapter 52. So last time we were together with the book of Enoch, he was telling us about the parables and also about how heaven looked and also about the deluge that's going to happen. So it's a lot of fire, irons in the fire, if you will. A lot of things are going on. But I'm not sure how many parables there are, but I know we're in at least the second parable, maybe the third, but I think we're in the second. So we're going to get into this. So let's get to it. All right, Enoch 1, chapter 52. After those days, in the place where I had seen all the versions, that which is hidden, for I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and they had borne me towards the west. There mine eyes saw all the secret things of heaven that shall be, a mountain of iron, and a mountain of copper, and a mountain of silver, and a mountain of gold, and a mountain of soft metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the angel who went with me, saying, What things are these which I have seen in secret? And he said unto me, All these things which thou hast seen shall serve the dominion of his anointed, that he may be potent and mighty on the earth. And that angel of peace answered, saying unto me, Wait a little, and there shall be revealed unto thee all the secret things which surround the Lord of spirits. And these mountains which thine eyes have seen, the mountain of iron, and the mountain of copper, and the mountain of silver, and the mountain of gold, and the mountain of soft metal, and the mountain of lead, all these shall be in the presence of the elect one as wax before the fire. And like the water which streams down from above upon those mountains, and shall become powerless before his feet. And it shall come to pass in those days that none shall be saved, either by gold or by silver, and none be able to escape. And there shall be no iron for war, nor shall one clothe oneself with a breastplate. Bronze shall be of no service, and tin shall be of no service, and shall not be esteemed. And lead shall not be desired, and all these things shall be denied and destroyed from the surface of the earth, when the elect one shall appear before the face of the Lord of spirits. There mine eyes saw a deep valley with open mouths, and all who dwell on the earth and sea and islands shall bring to him gifts and presents and tokens of homage. But that deep valley shall not become full, and their hands commit lawless deeds, and the sinners devour all whom they lawlessly oppress. Yet the sinners shall be destroyed before the face of the Lord of spirits, and they shall be banished from off the face of his earth. Not the earth, it's his earth. And they shall perish forever and ever. For I saw all the angels of punishment abiding there, and preparing all the instruments of Satan. And I asked the angel of peace who went with me, For whom are they preparing these instruments? And he said unto me, They prepare these for the kings and the mighty of this earth, that they may hereby be destroyed. And after this, the righteous and elect one shall cause the house of his congregation to appear. Henceforth they shall be no more hindered in the name of the Lord of spirits. And these mountains shall not stand as the earth before his righteousness, but the hills shall be as a fountain of water, and the righteous shall have rest from the oppression of sinners. And I looked and turned to another part of the earth, and saw there a deep valley with burning fire. And they brought the kings and the mighty, And they began to cast them into the steep valley. And there mine eyes saw how they made these their instruments, iron chains of immeasurable weight. And I asked the angel of peace, who went with me, saying, For whom are these chains being prepared? And he said unto me, These are being prepared for the host of Azazel, so that they may take them and cast them into the abyss of complete condemnation. And they shall cover their jaws with rough stones, as the Lord of spirits commanded. And Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and Phanuel shall take hold of them on that great day, and cast them on that day into the burning furnace, that the Lord of spirits may take vengeance on them for their unrighteousness in becoming subject to Satan and leading astray those who dwell on the earth. Wow. That right there is for the kings and the people who will lead us astray, for the naysayers and dissenters. It's like it's ebbs and flows when it shouldn't ebb and flow. It seems like this stuff is pretty, like, it's like it seems like just a guide to how to live a good life, man. But we choose money and these gold and stuff over what truly matters. And that what truly matters is what we do after we leave this earth. So how we prepare for how we leave this earth is what matters. Not money and belongings and gold and all this nonsense. It's nonsense. The only thing that matters is how you prepare and live your life so you can live a good life, so you don't have to worry about if you're going to make it to the next phase of existence. I think it's pretty simple. Let's keep reading. Noachic fragment on the first world judgment. And in those days shall punishment come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open up all the chambers of water which are above the heavens, and of the fountains which are beneath the earth. And all the water shall be joined with the waters. That which is above the heavens, it is the masculine. And the water which is beneath the earth is the feminine. Masculine and the feminine. And they shall destroy all who dwell on earth, and those who dwell under the ends of the heaven. And when they have recognized their unrighteousness from where they have wrought on the earth, then by these shall they perish. The final judgment of Azazel, the watchers and their children. Sounds like we're about to get into the flood. That's what I'm seeing. All the watchers had to do was not come down and do naughty things with the earth women. But they had to. And now the whole earth has to be washed of the abomination, of God's earth. It's not our earth. We don't own it. Now everybody has to pay the price because they messed up. Chapter 55. And after that, the head of days repented and said, In vain have I destroyed all who dwell on this earth. And he sware by his great name, Henceforth I will not do so to all who dwell on the earth. And I will set a sign in the heaven, and this shall be a pledge of good faith between me and them forever. So as long as heaven is above earth, and this is in accordance with my command. When I have desired to take hold of them by the hand of the angels on the day of tribulation and pain because of this, I will cause my chastisement and my wrath to abide upon them, saith God, the Lord of spirits. Ye mighty kings who dwell on earth, ye shall have to behold mine elect one, how he sits on the throne of glory and judges Azazel, and all his associates and all his hosts, in the name of the Lord of spirits. Ooh, man. There's a lot of punishment. But it's like, it's not like it's unjust. It's not like it's unjust. It's all of this stuff. All of these things that our forefathers are experiencing is all because they didn't listen. It's all because they didn't do the right thing. It was laid out very plainly, and they didn't do it, so they got punished for it. It wasn't like just punishment to punish. Again, it's like a father, what a father does. It's, this is what I want you to do. Oh, you didn't do that. Well, now I have to punish you because you didn't do what I asked you to do. When will people learn? I guess that's the whole point. People don't learn. People don't learn. They just keep doing the same things over and over again. That's why we are sinners. That's why we are weak. But anyway, thanks for coming to see me. See you next time. Have a good day.